What's going on YouTube? Jason here. I am unboxing a watch from San Martin. It comes in its usual capsule case with the hexagonal logo on top. We have got the latest from San Martin, the SN0105-G, the military watch with the freckles on the dial. Alright, just let me pull the watch out from the container gently. Alright, so I will be taking the stickers off screen and giving you the dimensions, but just first impressions. Very interesting choice of hands. The logo, I like the logo. I cannot describe to you how the let me try to describe how the strap feels. It feels it's definitely not leather, it's definitely a synthetic material, and at this point in time I'm much obliged to say that it's probably the same material as the foam packaging found in the capsule. Alright, so let me just take a look. Yeah, it feels that way as I rub my thumbs across it. Nothing on the case back, and we have got San Martin text on the buckle. Nothing on, oh, we've got the hexagonal logo on the crown. And let me peel off the stickers off screen and I'll be back with the calipers. So let me just peel off one last sticker for your viewing pleasure. That is the one on the case back. Alright, so let's just take some measurements. I believe that the case is 38.5 mm. We've got lug width of 20 mm, and thickness I cannot be sure. The crystal, it's on the website, it is a mineral crystal. They use the word hardlex. I'm not sure if that's a copyright material or it's a proprietary material. Let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, let's take some measurements from the between the 2 and 8 o'clock position with the calipers. Alright, 38.6 lug to lug, 46.7, and we've got a case thickness of 11.8 mm. Right, so these are very good dimensions, and let me just pop it on my 6 1/4 inch wrist for your reference. For a 40, did I say it was a 46 or 47 mm watch? Feels alright on my wrist. Notice how huge the crowns are. Let me measure, let me do a lug to lug measurement again. Alright, 47 mm lug to lug. The crown itself is 7.5 mm. 7.5 mm. Let's just describe everything that we see. I've mentioned that the crystal, it's a hardlex crystal. We've got a hand set. The hands are blued. I believe they are blued hands. I cannot be sure the exact word that San Martin used on their website. And the hour marker, it looks a bit like a onion bulb. And the shaft of the hour hand looks very thin compared to the bulbous part of the hour hand. The minute hand looks okay. And we've got a lollipop second hand. The logo, again, like I say, is very nice. I like this from San Martin. I like this logo from San Martin. They have gone with the text logo in their first few iterations, especially their 62 mass style homage, and they have been running with the hexagonal logo, this hexagonal logo, for all their new divers. But I'm glad they have come back with the line of text. Right, on the dial we have got railroad markers, and then Arabic numerals all around. And let's just zoom in even a bit more. Okay, the dial, it's cream colored with some blue specks. I think they were going for a 4 patina look. All right, I will give my comments a bit later, but I'm just describing to you what it looks to me. On the left, indoor lighting. On the right, outdoor lighting. There is AR coating. According to San Martin, but you be the judge. The case brush polish on the side profile. You can see some curvature on the crystal. Brush polishing on the side. Brush polishing on the top. At the intermediate area, I would say that's the bezel area. It is reflective. All right, it's very highly reflective. Again, we have got the crown saying San Martin. And the movement, it is powered by a NH35, so there is a form of ghost date. All right, ghost date position. Let me. Oh, is it a screw down? It's not a screw down. Let me pull out. Okay, 2 positions. It hacks. Okay, let me just set to slowly set to 1005. All right, let's not obscure. All right, let me see. I can push out. Is there a ghost date position? Oh, there is a ghost date position. All right, as you can see, NH35 movement. I think 42 hours. Power reserve. Probably beating at 21,600 beats per hour. I could be wrong. Again, as I mentioned, the strap, quick release strap, 20 mm, so you can get many replacements. However, let me just zoom out. As I mentioned in my first impressions, the material feels very synthetic. Let me just do the bounce test. All right, doesn't return, feels like a foam. You see, it just takes whatever I give the strap. 6 1/4 inch wrist. So I paid 200 and about 230 Singapore dollars for this watch. Before discount, you can do your own discounting. You bring it down a bit further if you use coins as well. And let me just give my thoughts, and as well as a quick wrist roll. All right, just a quick wrist roll. Okay, 6 1/4 inch wrist for your comparison. Let me just do a quick wrist roll. I really love the fact that they use San Martin tags on the dial. Okay, so how do I feel about San Martin? So let's just start with my first impressions or comments about the watch. All right, so the plus point, let me just emphasize, I like where this San Martin, or what San Martin is doing with the logo. It's just simple. I know that they did a cursive text logo before. I'm not a fan of that. So I would say that this font is not bad. Price point, not bad. All right, as usual, there's a lot of cost-cutting measures, and in their shorts, they actually mentioned that they are aware that to bring it down to this price point, they had to use they needed to introduce some cost-cutting measures, which are negative. All right, the crystal, it's a mineral crystal, so there will be problems. The strap, 20 mm, easily replaceable, but off straight from the box, it feels terrible. All right, it really feels terrible if you touch it. Okay, I think you need to get your own strap, maybe pay another 10 to 15 US dollars to have the strap replaced. And the 4 patina. Okay, so let me pop up some reference from the various commenters for other things. So if you haven't seen it before, this actually is a design that's very common for some of the military watches produced for, I think, in the Second World War, according to ID Guy. I watched some ID Guy video, and he was looking at the Smith's Air Ministry. And while talking about the Smith's Air Ministry, he also referenced the Omega CK design, as well as the Longines military heritage. And Longines, they actually recently introduced something that looks vaguely like this, and in the Watchfinder videos they actually critique the watch for having a false patina. So I would say that this watch has got the Omega CK hands, except that they did the shaft too thin already. The shaft is too thin. I think I'm going to get a shafting in the comment section for using this word, but let me know what is the correct word to describe the area before the section before the pointy butts and the part that joins to the pinion of the watch. Seconds hand, nothing wrong. All right, just that the hour hand looks a bit out of sort. The false patina, again, I think they were trying to replicate the false patina that was in the Longines military heritage watch. And did they do a good job? They use blue freckles. Even in their own words, they use blue freckles. Looking from a distance, you cannot really see it. I think I'm just moving it away from the camera. Zooming it in, I think it is randomly done. I think you can get away with that. So I think the critique is that it's a derivative design, and in terms of execution, they are really giving you what you pay for. And the handset, the hour handset, could be better. The hour handset could be better. It just looks a bit off, okay? Needs to be a bit thicker if they were to reissue this watch again in another color. But I would say that based on what I see on their websites, they try to do simple three handles, and the model doesn't sell well. They have got one in the salmon dark blue with the cursive text, and it doesn't really do well in terms of sales. I know Gary from I Like Watches has done a quick first impressions of the watch. The comments on the video were mostly negative, I believe. I could be remembering wrongly. So all in, I would say that if you are like me, you are a Longines fanboy, maybe you can buy this to scratch the itch till you buy something that's about 2,500, 3,000 Singapore dollars. All right, I think that's the price of that's the RRP of the military heritage from Longines. You can get an alternative, the Air Ministry from Smiths. But the Air Ministry from Smiths, you know how it is with Smiths. The window to buy is about 15 minutes on a Sunday night in Singapore. I think it's about 10 minutes window on a Sunday night in Singapore. All right. So I really think that this is again another one of those, if you know what it's supposed to look like, maybe you buy it. But if you don't know what it is, some of the furniture, some of the features on the watch may put you off. All right. So that's all I have for you today. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.